Hey everybody, I hope y'all are all having a great day. I'm recording this later in the week than I typically do. Man, this has been quite the week. Here in the Trinity family, this has been one of those weeks when there have been multiple things going on, big things going on with different families, different people connected with our church. And starting from the end of last week and through this week, multiple times I've just thought of and how grateful I am for the body of Christ. And what a beautiful thing it is when believers come alongside each other and care for each other, and pray for each other, hold on to each other in times of challenge and difficulty. And I've seen that this week. And like I said, it's been a beautiful thing. So if you ever, I've been saying things along this theme as of late, but if you ever might wonder, man, Sundays are that's valuable real estate in my week. Why do we go to church? Or maybe someone asks you, why do you mess with going to church? I have seen a picture of why God has given us the gift of the church, where we join together to grow together and to be there for each other when life can get a little crazy at times. So I hope that increasingly that all of us together have that sense of gratitude and expectation that as the body of Christ, and for us that we call the body of Trinity Church, that we are grateful and expectant that God is going to use us, and He has called us together for a purpose that's not just centered on us, but it's about Him and His kingdom. Speaking about God's kingdom, this week I'm going on with this little 5-week series through 5 parables of Jesus that we're doing during the 5 Sundays of the month of August. And this Sunday is going to be number 3. And the text, it's sometimes referred to as the parable of the workers in the vineyard. And it's in Matthew chapter 20, the first 16 verses in Matthew chapter 20, if you want to go and look at it ahead of time. And this is a parable that when you read it, we can really identify with the people in the story that thought Jesus was being unreasonable. All right, the sermon series that I've named this little 5-week focus is, did Jesus really say that? Because in his parables, Jesus said some things that can be almost shocking, and this is a good example. And the basic story is, well, I won't go into it. You can read it ahead of time if you want, but Jesus really challenges us with a picture of the radical nature of God's grace. Almost an offensive view of God's grace. It's so radical and runs so counter to our normal human perception of what would be fair and what would be just. But believe me, we want what Jesus is talking about to be true. And it is true, and it's incredibly encouraging and speaks powerfully into our lives. So I hope you're here on Sunday. That was incredibly vague, but I look forward to walking with you through this amazing story, this amazing parable that Jesus talks. And it begins and ends with the statement, so the first will be last and the last will be first. And I guarantee you, people that heard Jesus teach this walked away wondering what it was that he was talking about. But now we're able to look at it from the perspective of after the cross, after the resurrection, the perspective of the gospel and our union with Christ. And it's good. It's good. So hope to see you then. Just a few other things. Hope you have on your calendar coming up in September over Labor Day weekend. There's the Uplift concert featuring Jeremy Camp, and going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully a lot of our folks in the church are planning on going to that. Lots of other activities. Some of our high school youth group are away at a mini retreat as we speak, growing in their faith. Schools are about to be starting. Public school starts next week. Vail Christian and the Vail Academy, they start the following week. So for all of us with families with kids here in the Valley, I know our lives are in flux right now as we adjust to getting back into the school year. So in the midst of all of that, I pray that you are experiencing and knowing God's goodness and His grace and His presence. And I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, again, as we join together to grow, to worship, and to encourage each other. Guys, I love you, and we'll talk to you soon.